out. We gotta go home and get
Damn,
something.
COVID's done got us all jacked up. We can't go to Walmart.
8:30 here in town.
I don't even know what time it is. It's late
like
as hell. It's
2
like
o'clock now.
2 o'clock in the morning. We can't go to the all-night Walmart.
Go
because
7-Eleven.
they close it.
Their $5 pizza.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No.
I
All right,
guess if I'm
so-
gonna go there, I'm gonna get gut grenades.
Gut grenades all the way. Gut grenades.
So we're gonna wrap it up with.
I already got my headphones in my hand.
Fucking Pantera.
Pantera, baby.
So I'm not sure. I think I saw Pantera on this tour because we're doing Drag the Waters.
Is this
Great Southern Train.
Was this on the Ozfest that we saw that?
I think this might have been when I saw them when they opened for, or when White Zombie opened for.
Oh,
Maybe not. I'm thinking it was. Though.
I don't remember.
But I don't know. I mean, all this stuff, man, you get all them shows and it kind of. I just remember that
blurs.
freaking big ass storm rolled in. And that guy's like up freaking crawling around in the rafters. And everybody's like, jump, jump. This is for Pantera. Come on. I'm like, man, don't jump because I'm not
I
going to
wanna
get to see
watch
Pantera.
I'm here to see Pantera.
Yeah, I mean, and I remember they spent all that time climbing up in the rafters. I don't know how the hell he got up there. I guess he must have run up one of the ladders for the lights.
At least
or
he
something.
wasn't naked.
Yeah.
That'd have been even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think, and they brought, I don't know if I told the whole story. We got brought in to the pavilion because it was,
Yeah, this is like a pavilion outdoor
Yeah.
show.
and it was supposed to rain, and it rained like hell.
And that was
night.
Nissan.
It was severe thunderstorms. Yeah, Nissan.
The gods open the
Jiffy
skies.
Lube.
And it was weird because Lance Morissette was playing the following night, and they brought everybody in so that they wouldn't tear up
Grass
the lawn.
wouldn't tear up.
Because
They
you
had to make it
know,
Oh yeah, because
Pantera's been known.
you gonna rip
Who
some
was
shit
it?
up.
Was it Limp Bizkit that played that year that they tore the fucking lawn up?
That might have been Pantera. No, Limp Bizkit, just Fred Durst went up there and
Well,
said
who was playing that time when they tore the fucking lawn up?
that was
That was Pantera with the
Was
Ozfest.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I just
That's
remember
the one
so
I
that-
remember, yeah, because
yeah.
I didn't go to the other show.
and
but-
Fred Durst went up. Remember, he went up the lawn.
Yeah.
And he said, "Everybody
Y'all come
follow
with
me to
me."
the stage," and everybody went to
And
the
there's,
stage.
there goes, what the hell was his name?
Oh,
The guy that used to work with us. He had
yeah,
a biblical name.
Ezra.
Ezra, yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna go Isaiah,
But yeah, he's just like
yeah.
over
He's
top
like
the step or the
waving when he
chairs.
went by.
He's like, hey, I know
we know
you.
him. But we're gonna get back on to Pantera. Loves like let's get some obscure Pantera, and I know he's a huge. He probably flies the flag for Trendkill and Bob Loki more than anybody I know. I love Trendkill, but
Good album.
that's my favorite album, man.
that's what I was just saying. I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah, that album. I know, by that time, the disintegration had begun, and you could tell it in the album. But it was just showing like the evolution. Every album was just getting
Heavier.
harder.
yeah. I mean that was
Harder,
after
harder.
Far Beyond Driven. I mean
Yeah.
that for them that was a hard album to live up to because that pretty much. The first two albums created Pantera, but then that was their number one album.
Yeah,
and that was
and that
when
was
they were growing.
The
So they had to follow
explosion.
that album. But then, like he said, when you listen to that album, you can feel some of the
tension.
separation,
Yeah.
and you can really hear it on what is Revolution? My name, the last album. Or is it-
Reinventing the Steel.
Yeah, Reinventing Steel. Revolution's the song they released. Revolution. But we're going Great Southern Trendkill, Drag the Waters.
Drag the water
And
some more.
It's kind of like, we talked about Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera.
Flagship.
They were I don't want to say they was late for the ride because they wasn't.
No.
They kept the ride actually going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
they kept the
yeah, they
ships
might
that
have-
sailed.
They kept it. I mean, they kept it alive.
They kept metal alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said that. Yeah,
Well, they were definitely the bands that failed during that time, and their ships sank, but Pantera's ship stayed
just-
afloat the whole time.
Yeah.
And
blowing
helped.
the shit out of other ones as they were going
Yes,
by.
it
man.
helped.
They kept metal alive.
Yeah, they did.
They brought other ships with them behind, but yes.
Yeah, I mean, they're not the big four, but damn if they ain't right there.
Yeah.
If
In my heart,
they'd
they are.
if they'd have been earlier hitting,
Yeah, they'd have
scene,
been right.
They'd have been in there.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
But they were still in the middle of evolving. So
Yeah.
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 And evolving, they did.
yes, they did. So we ready to get into this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Are we there yet?
and it does suck that, rest in peace, Diamond Vinny.
Brothers.
And this one goes out to y'all
Yeah.
and all the Pantera fans.
We're gonna get one of them train drum sounds.
Train.
We got a.
Fucking rolling off the tracks.
Oh,
Come on, man.
In every man, there's more than meets the eye. To reach the depths of truth, we must drag the waters.
Pay for the dope.
right, man.
There you go.
We got a little Perry Farrell over here on the side. 90s
Is it
hard rock.
Pharrell or Farrell?
Farrell.
No James.
No
You said
James.
it that way.
I know,
was
I-
curious. You know him better than I do. So.
That tells you what time era we're in.
Yeah.
Pantera.
Yeah.
Because that's what come up. 90s hard rock and grunge.
Yeah.
And that was, yeah. They're so aggressive. So,
Man, when you looking at that 90s hard rock, man, the tide had shifted so much.
yeah.
In the in the early 90s. It is. I mean, it was just when you sit back and look at it, it's just amazing how much it shifted.
And what survived and what didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what has tried to come back and what has come back and
Yeah, it's all crazy. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I was telling when they drop off that one and go back into that riff.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
More cowbell.
yeah, always hey, more cowbell, man,
I
more
don't think I ever
cowbell.
noticed the cowbell in
it's
it.
ton of
Yeah,
cowbell
man,
in that song.
that's
It's
what
a ton of
Vinny's
it.
always got
Oh,
cowbell, man. Like,
But
yeah,
you listen to it, man. You hear the
Fucking freight
chord
train.
changes, and you hear dime, and you hear the hooks.
Yeah.
The dime always had, and that's what made Pantera always thought a little bit different. They had the hooks.
They got some hooks.
yeah, they do.
Dime was doing stuff complete. Nobody ever done anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That
And he
that
was like I
aggressive
said,
music.
2 chords. He could do it with fucking 2
Yeah.
chords. I mean,
But he was a genius.
yeah,
And him and Vinny, I mean, they were just what they brought to that band.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody really.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a group effort,
for.
but yeah. But
and then Phil, and then there's Phil.
But he was. And you got to divide it up in all quarters. I mean, Phil is Phil, but without Phil,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
It
mean,
would've
but
been
without
Panther.
any of them, even Rex.
yeah. Rex, yeah,
I mean,
he holds his own.
I mean, he kept all that rhythm with Dimes
Yeah.
doing his hooks and his solos and stuff. The song still has. When Dimes, I know because he's playing that big ass solo, and the song still has
dum,
ass
yeah.
right there
Yeah.
that Rex is bringing, and with Vinny's, his great drumming,
Oh yeah.
and everything,
It's a very well rounded. Everybody brings what they need to the table.
Yeah, they
and
got it
they
done.
got each other's backs.
They had, yeah, they were
They
just,
actually-
they were getting it done, just punching it.
yeah. It's,
I mean, there's a lot of bands that do that, but it's like you said, they did things a little differently than some of the other bands were doing it, and
I don't know if
pioneers of their sound for
I
sure.
don't know if they would have without any of the quarters, any of the 4 of them. If they would have been missing something, you would have really noticed it.
And honestly, once they just kind of just disbanded, basically, that I don't know if somebody else would have came in, if
Yeah.
it would have had. I mean, it'd probably been a good, depending on who it was, but.
I mean, they always said I do honestly think if Zach would have come back, he would have done it right.
He would have.
But that's
But it would have been. He's got his own
yeah,
sound.
it would have been different. But he's
Yeah.
like the closest thing you could ever got
Yeah, I
to
agree.
replace a dime.
I agree. But I mean, it's one of those things we'll never know.
Yeah,
Um,
and it might be better off that we.
I like it better not knowing that, and I would rather just say it's
They
done.
made their legend.
Yeah.
Well,
That we got what we got. I appreciate what we got. I love what we got, but I don't know that I would want something different.
Well, and it's like the feel we have now, and I'm not taking because this song was wrote so many years ago, but to sing the style he did, like Cemetery Gates, or what's Hollow? Is that the last song that's on Vulgar? That's real high. He gets way up there.
Yeah,
And
if you could do those highs.
Yeah, and we're probably better off just to have that memory. Phil, back in the day, man, he used to nail Cemetery
Yeah.
Gates, or so
Yeah, especially with the first album.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yeah,
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
the Cowboys
Cowboys,
album.
yeah. And
Phil's
he-
first album.
Nowadays, I mean, his vocals are
Well, that
pretty much
wasn't
all
first, that
Yeah.
power metal was-
gargly and growly, more suited for that style. Just the way his
But he's
smoking and drug use and just
Yeah.
kind of.
but he done what he need to do. Sebastian's
Oh,
the same
yeah.
way. when they was in their prime, I mean, Phil's knocking it out of the park.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it worked great for when it needed to be great.
And they were great.
Yep.
They will be great. They've
Always will
been
be.
Great. Yep. Always.
They're like
legendary.
you know, yeah, they're like we talk about Metallica. They'll be years and years and years down the road because we're just a blip in time. They'll people still be talking about Pantera,
Yep.
and we got to watch that. That's what's cool.
And that's kind of one reason why I'm glad it just dropped off the way it did. Is, you know, if we got something different, it might have not been as good.
Yeah.
We might have got a bad taste in our mouth from it, and it would have maybe made an impression that, yeah, that old stuff is still cool as hell, but, you know, it's still that little something in the back of your mind. It's just, I'd rather remember all the awesome shit that we got and knowing that everything is killer.
Well, it's
And-
kind of like Zeppelin. I mean, once Bonham died, it was done.
Yeah.
You know, they done some little stuff here and there, but, you know, and that's kind of what Pantera.
Yeah.
Once, you know, the falling out, once it was broke up,
Not to say nothing
Damage
about Hell
Plan,
Yeah, but
you know, Damage Plan and Hell Yeah and all that, but it's not the same.
no,
I mean,
it never was.
And
it don't need to
it
be.
wasn't it
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't
tried
think
to
it
be.
was-
It
yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be.
Hell
that.
Yeah was just I
Yeah.
think that was just
I think that was just a hey, let's get this
And have
together,
some
and then
fun.
it ended up being
Yeah, a little
just-
further.
yeah.
it just ended
And
up
Damage
happening.
Plan, you know, that was kind of
And David Allen Coe. I mean, come on, man. Shit.
the old Damage Plan thing was cool, and that was
Yeah,
where that
and
was-
and Hell Yeah probably would. We don't know.
Yeah.
Hell Yeah may have never happened if it wouldn't have been for, you know,
yeah,
Dime.
we don't know.
For,
Maybe
you
they
know.
might have worked it out. Well, we'll never know. And like I said, it's just they've left it like it is, and that's probably where we just leave it at that.
Yep.
All right, so we're already 17 minutes
17
into
minutes in.
Pantera.
Goddamn right,
we're
fucking
gonna-
Pantera.
Wrap this one up.
Fucking
I
Pantera.
guess in the comments section, the Pantera stuff all day long.
All day.
It's kind of like the Metallica all day long.
All day.
So, yeah, and make
Like
that
and
awesome.
subscribe.
Yeah, I guess everybody stay safe, stay strong.
Stay healthy.
Peace
For
out.
hanging.
And we warm this up.
Uh-huh.
Nope.
Uh-huh.